Halo guys, welcome back to FBZ Screen. Ya, tanpa berpanjang lebar tinggi lagi, langsung saja kita mulai game Dagon ya. Oh, jadi game ini adalah game yang berfokus pada story sama suasana horornya ya. Kalau gitu aku suka. Gede banget suaranya.
Since by tonight I shall be no more.
Oke. Oke, ini kayaknya mekanisme game. Oh, kita nggak bisa jalan, guys.
Penniless and at the end.
Oke. Apa itu Garret window?
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate.
Oh, jadi kita cuma diem doang, guys, nggak bisa jalan.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess.
Oke. Apa tuh? Sepertinya tinta.
One of the most open and least frequented parts.
Mohon maaf, kameranya ngeblur.
The packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Jangan ngeblur dong, please. Nggak bisa jalan. Oke, sip. Oke, sepertinya kita naik kapal kita. Oke, naik kapal. Oke, game ini bagus.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation.
Oke.
So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize.
Bahasa Inggrisnya tuh terlalu complicated, terlalu advance ya, intermediate. Jadi aku nggak ngerti ini dia ngomong apa. Oke, terus itu apa tuh? The Huns. Aduh, banyak sekali. Aku malas baca. Kalian pause aja ya yang tadi ya. Silakan kalian pause buat baca aja. Oke, ini.
So liberal indeed was the
Oke. Ini. Wow, aku suka banget gamenya. Jadi kita hanya perlu interact, nggak perlu jalan-jalan. Achievement unlock.
I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator of the longitude, I knew nothing.
Kita di lautan, guys. Gila, grafiknya bagus banget, guys. Gila, lautannya keren. Oke, terus ada suara bayi nangis. Ya nggak sih? Loh, ini nggak bisa interact ini. Oh, itu tuh bisa tuh.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either.
Ini kayaknya baru pertama kali aku main game yang kayak gini. Start Survey sih pernah kayak gini, tapi ini keren banget grafiknya.
But neither ship nor land appeared. And I began to despair in my solitude
kita cuma bisa lihat
upon
atas
the heaving vastness
matahari.
of unbroken. The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know.
Lagunya.
For my slumber, though troubled and dream infested,
was continuous. Gurita. Waduh. Gila. Lihatlah grafiknya, guys. Nih.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away. Though one might well imagine that my first sensation, for there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Aku nggak ngerti bahasa Inggris yang terlalu complicated.
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Terus?
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflect.
Terus apa yang bisa kita interact? Itu kapal kita bisa diinteract. Suara apa itu? Slime.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position. Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, so great was the extent of the new land which, nor were there any seafowl to prey.
You have stolen my heart, oh yeah. Mana nih? Tuh.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible.
Rusak ya. Terus? Oh itu tuh. Oke.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Okay.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil.
Oke, terus? Oh, itu tuh. Oh.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Oke, game ini benar-benar sangat unik sekali. Dia emang terlalu fokus sama story sama horror feelingnya guys ya. Jadi storynya itu pastinya bahasa Inggrisnya terlalu advance, terlalu susah buat aku. Oke, itu. Apa yang terjadi sebenarnya?
That night I encamped, and on the following day still traveled toward the hummock, though that
lightning. Oke, itu. Gelap gulita. Oh, ada gunung.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound,
Apa itu?
which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Bercahaya, oke.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
Oke.
Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill. I know not why my dreams were so wild that night.
Oh, mimpi doang.
But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had...
Oke.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Oke.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon, I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
Aku berusaha, aku lagi mengagumi ini gameplay sama grafiknya guys, keren banget parah.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world, peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night. Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
Wow.
And of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky,
itu, gelap.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent.
Gila, gelap banget guys.
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Seram lagu.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian. All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object, an object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Apa itu? Bercahaya. Itu. Going to the moon. Talking to the moon ya?
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not. A closer scrutiny filled me.
Ini
for despite its
batu apa ini?
enormous magnitude and its position in an, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Terus? Oke. Oh, wow. Oke, so what happened next? Makin mendekat dengan batu ini, guys.
Zenith shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps.
Oke.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the winding out of sight. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
Okay.
The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me, and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Ada corak-corak batik ya, batik.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eel. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen planet. It was the pictorial carving.
Lupa aku namanya. Ada ini, apa ini? Aduh. Cthulhu aku tahu, guys. Cthulhu mitos. Wow. Apakah Cthulhu yang tadi kita temukan?
Plainly visible across the intervening water, on account of their enormous size, were an array of bas reliefs. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men. Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto.
Batu ini yang kotak ini mungkin.
Or paying homage at some
dan dikelilingi oleh
shrine,
4
which
putra
appeared to be
duyung
under the
mungkin.
waves as
Putra
well.
duyung.
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer.
Apakah ini 4 raja laut?
Damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes,
and other features less pleasant to recall.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as larger than himself.
Udah nyampe bawah ini batunya.
I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size. But in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe.
Dewa imajinasi,
Some
bukan dewa
tribe whose
beneran
last
berarti.
descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor.
Biasanya yang diimajinasikan bisa jadi nyata. Biasanya ya, kalau di game atau di film.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it.
Mana? I saw it.
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Airnya. Gila, kaget banget.
It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms.
Oke. Ngapain?
I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent to the slope.
Jump scare-nya masih nyangkut di kepalaku. Ini apa ini? Kita harus lari kah? Harus cepet kah? Kayaknya kita harus cepet. Jangan sampai ketangkap monster. Mana?
I believe I sang a great deal.
Gak usah banyak ngomong lu, woi. Lari. Mana? Tuh. Oke. Monster laut sudah keluar. Gak usah banyak ngomong, gua bilang. Belakang lu lagi ada monster. Mana, woi? Oke.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital,
rumah sakit.
brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
Delirious. Apa tuh? Kecil banget tulisannya.
In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant
grafiknya
attention.
mantep banget, guys.
Of any land upheaval in the Pacific,
Dan
my
konsep
rescuers knew
gameplaynya bagus
nothing,
banget.
nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not
Believe. Oh. Oke, kalian boleh baca ini di pause. Itu ada pintu. Who are? Oke.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon.
Jadi keinget Doctor Strange. Belajar ilmu magic Doctor Strange. Oke. Nih silakan kalian baca Dagon. Oh, Dagon nih semacam makhluk mungkin ya. Makhluk dewa gitu mungkin ya. Makhluk dewa laut gitu. Oke. Wow, Doctor Strange, where are you? Di Spider-Man No Way Home mungkin kalian. Okay.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Kaget gua. Oh, dia otomatis hadap ke sini. Oke, di situ ada jam, kayaknya jam ya itu ya. Oh. Muka siapa ini? Oke, ke sana. Gila, parah. Bagus.
It is at night, especially when the moon is
kita balik lagi ke sini.
waning, that I see the thing.
The
I
thing.
tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me
menggunakan
into its
obat-obatan
clutches
buat
as a
menenangkan
hopeless
diri berarti
slave.
dia.
So now I am to end it all.
Oke, what should I do next? Ini boleh baca sendiri. Nice, ini. Oke, kita minum ini kayaknya.
Often I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm.
Pure
A
phantasm.
mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man of war.
Tadi mataharinya turun tiba-tiba.
This I ask myself, but ever does there come before
Vivid
me
vision
a hideously
in
vivid
reply.
vision in reply. I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless
tiba-tiba
things that
keangkat.
may at this very moment be crawling, worshipping their ancient stone
Bangunlah
idols
kamu.
and carving
Kamu
their
cuma
own
tidur.
detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of... I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drown, of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Gila. Lintah-lintah laut. Oh no, itu New York, itu Liberty, itu patung Liberty.
The end is near.
Oh no.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering.
No, don't give up yet. Oke, kita kayaknya harus ke pintu.
It shall not find me.
Yeah, it shall not find you. Oke.
God, that hand!
Ngapain nih?
The window!
The window! Belakang, woi! Apa yang terjadi? Matikah kita? Tepuk tangannya mana guys? Ini game gila parah. Sampai di sini terlebih dahulu gameplay Dagon kita benerin ya guys ya. Wow, game ini grafiknya mantep banget guys, di lautan gitu. Wah, terus menceritakan makhluk-makhluk di dalam laut ya. Kayak ada cetulu, mitos cetulu tadi ada. Wah gila, parah, keren banget, parah. Gameplaynya juga unik banget konsepnya. Aku suka banget. Terima kasih banyak buat kalian semua sudah nonton video ini dari awal hingga akhir video. Jangan lupa untuk like, comment, subscribe, dan share video ini ke teman-teman kalian dan ke keluarga kalian. Dan jangan lupa untuk follow sosmedku di deskripsi ya, linknya semua ada di deskripsi, lengkap semua saya tulis. Dan sampai jumpa di next video. Bye bye, guys ya. Stay tune. Bye.